Hello student, have a good day to all of you. So last class that we are already taught about the Lewis structure for different polyatomic molecules and also the calculation of thermal charge. So today we will discuss about the ionic bond or electrovalent bond. So the ionic bond will be formed by the transfer of electron from one metal to another metal is called the ionic bond, and mainly the atom which will be lost its one electron, that atom is a metal, and the electron and the atom which will be gain is one of non-metals. So by the combination of, or can say by the transfer of electrons, is always formed between a metal and non-metals, in which a bond will be created, and that bond is called ionic bond. Or you can say, due to presence of one is cation and another one is anion by the transfer of by the one is by the loss of electron and another one is by the gain of electron. So here it is also called the electrovalent bond. Here I want to show the one of examples, the formation of MgS, in which magnesium sulfide will be formed. First, the magnesium is a metal in which it's contain 2 electrons in its outer shell. Here the electronic configuration is written in case of cell. First cell contain 2 electrons, second cell contain 8 electrons, and the outer shell that contains 2 electrons, because magnesium contain total number of 12 electrons. So it contain 2 electrons in its outer shell. Now comes to the sulfur, in which it contains 2 electrons in the K cell, 8 electrons in the N cell, and 6 electrons in the M cell. So here, according to the octet rule, first the magnesium will lose its 2 electrons to form Mg2 plus, this one, to maintain the octet rule, and the sulfur will gain its 2 electrons to form H2 minus, where the outer shell will be completely 8 electrons by the gain of 2 electrons. In this way, the electron will be transferred from Mg to sulfur, and it will be form magnesium sulfide. Here also different examples in your screen, that is between Na, that is sodium, and a chlorine atom. First, sodium contain total 11 electrons, and it contains 2 electrons in its K cell and 8 electrons in its L cell and 1 electrons in M cell. When loss is 1 electrons, it will be form it will be form Na plus, that is the sodium cation. Chlorine atom will be gain its 1 electron, in which its outer shell contains 7 electrons. By the gain of its 1 electron, now it will be 8, and it will now completely follow the octet rule and it will form the chloride anion. In this way, there will be create some force of attraction between the Na plus and Cl minus, and it will be create one bond between the two opposite ion, and that bond is called ionic bond, or you can say electrovalent bond. So here अभी तक हम जो पढ़ रहे थे कि आयनिक बॉन्ड फॉर्मेशन करने के लिए जो फोर्स ऑफ अट्रैक्शन की यूज़ होता है between the two ions to form a bond. And now comes to the lattice energy, mainly the lattice enthalpy or lattice energy. फॉर आयोनिक सॉलिड क्या होता है, जो आयन को कंबाइन करके फॉर्मेशन होता है, मेनली इफ़ दैट आयन और इफ दैट आयोनिक कंपाउंड will be break down to completely separates its 1 mole of ionic solids, then the amount of energy will be used to separate the ions, or you can say that to separate of individual ions. That amount of energy is known as lattice enthalpy. Here I want to explain the definition. The lattice enthalpy of an ionic solid, in case of because here I am saying about the ionic bond, so here I am writing ionic solid. इज डिफाइन एज द एनर्जी, जितना अमाउंट ऑफ एनर्जी रिक्वायर्ड होता है टू कम्प्लीटली सेपरेट 1 मोल ऑफ ए सॉलिड। मतलब यहाँ पे जो भी हम सब्सटेंस ले रहे हैं दैट मस्ट बी कंटेन 1 मोल। अगर 1 मोल होगा देन दैट विल बी कैलकुलेटेड इन केस ऑफ लैटिस एंथैल्पी। इफ दैट कंटेन्स एनी sorry mainly that must be contained in 1 mole of solid any compounds in which into gaseous constituents ion। जैसे कि तुम लोगों को मालूम है अगर 1 moles में होगा, फॉर एग्जाम्पल here I am writing NaCl, when NaCl will be break down it will be form 1 Na plus and 1 Cl minus, so its constituents ion must be in the gaseous formation। When the Cl minus when reacts with suddenly another Cl minus, it will be form the Cl2, that is the chlorine gas. So in this way it will be form the gaseous constituents ion. So now comes to the very important topic that is bond parameters. This one is a very important topic in our chemical bonding chapter, because from these topics, or you can say from this syllabus, we can learn many things about the bond, how the bond will be formed and how it will be, so its properties and different characteristics. So these are some parameters which will be follows for the chemical bonds. Okay, so now comes to the first bond parameters, that is the bond length. So bond length is defined as the equilibrium distance। इक्विलिब्रियम मीन्स दोनों के बीच में इक्वल डिस्टेंस होना चाहिए बिटवीन द न्यूक्ली। मतलब दोनों जो भी एटम्स को हम कंबाइन करके मॉलिक्यूल फॉर्मेशन कर रहे हैं, उन दोनों एटम्स के बीच में जितना भी डिस्टेंस होगा, द इक्विलिब्रियम डिस्टेंस बिटवीन द टू न्यूक्ली ऑफ बॉन्डेड एटम इन अ मॉलिक्यूल। एक मॉलिक्यूल के अंदर जो भी एटम्स को हम कंबाइन कर रहे हैं, उन दोनों के बीच में न्यूक्लियर डिस्टेंस इतना होगा, दैट इज कॉल्ड द बॉन्ड लेंथ। So here I am showing you different bond length parameter, different bond length in case of Armstrong. If you want to calculate in case of meter, then there is also a formula, that is 1 Armstrong is equals to 10 to the power minus 10 meter. Okay, so if you want to calculate in case of meter, then you have to multiply here 10 to the power minus 10. So here I am showing you different examples. In case of carbon-carbon single bond, the bond length in case of Armstrong is 1.54. In case of double bond, that is carbon-carbon double bond, it shows its bond length 1.34. Here you can recognize the bond length will be shorter, okay, as compared to single bond. Now in case of triple bond, between the carbon and carbon atoms, the bond length is 1.20. Now it is also shorter than the double bond and single bond, because when the force of attraction will be very closer to when it will be attract very closer to one another, the bond length will be become shorter and it will be create more number of bond order also. So now comes to the carbon and nitrogen bond length. Here it will be shows 1.43 as compared to the carbon-carbon single bond, because it shows some shorter bond length due to some reason is also present, because here the only the nitrogen similar atom is present, but in case of nitrogen and the carbon-carbon similar atom is present, so the bond length is 1.54 something. But in case of carbon and nitrogen, here one electronegative element is present and it will be attract more towards itself, so the bond length is shorter than the single bond between the carbon and carbon, so it is the value 1.43 Armstrong. Now here you can also see that carbon and carbon in case of double bond, the bond length is also shorter, that is 1.38 as compared to the carbon and carbon nitrogen double bond. This one is also shorter than the carbon and nitrogen. If you create a triple bond between the carbon and nitrogen, this one is also shorter than the single and double bond. This way, if you want to take any another examples, here I am showing the different examples and the bond length is also mentioned, so you can follow this. Now comes to the bond angle. As you know, the bond angle will be formed between the orbitals. As you know about the orbitals from our second chapter, that is the structure of atom. In the structure of atom, you know the orbitals have different shape, just like S is the spherical shape and P is the dumbbell shape. Here is also here I am mentioning that word, that is the orbitals कंटेनिंग बॉन्डिंग इलेक्ट्रॉन्स, जो भी इलेक्ट्रॉन्स पार्टिसिपेट कर रहे हैं बॉन्ड फॉर्मेशन में, दैट मस्ट बी कंटेन वन टाइप ऑफ ऑर्बिटल्स. एंड अराउंड द सेंट्रल एटम के अराउंड में जो भी नेबरिंग एटम्स है उनका ऑर्बिटल्स को ड्रॉ करके उनके बीच में जितना भी एंगल्स होगा, दैट एंगल्स इज नोन एज बॉन्ड एंगल्स. हियर द सेंट्रल एटम इन ए मॉलिक्यूल and hence it helps to determine in shape the central atoms and also the neighboring atoms, or you can say around the surrounding atoms also participate in the formation of bond angle. Here I am given examples of water molecules in which oxygen is the present as a central atom and the two hydrogen atoms are the surrounding, or you can say around the atoms. And as you know, the hydrogen has electronic configuration 1s1, so the last electrons will be entered to the S subshell, where the S subshell has the shape spherical shape. So here I am drawing the spherical shape for the hydrogen atoms, and these two hydrogen atoms which will be create between the between an angle, this angle. So if you calculate, this angle is 104.5 degree. So in this way also the bond angle will be calculated, but there are some particular molecules and particular diagram shape is given from which you can also identify the bond angles. So here I am showing in that in one table, that is if if total number of electrons पेयर इज इक्वल्स टू बॉन्ड पेयर प्लस लोन पेयर, जितने भी नंबर ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन वहाँ पे रह रहा है, चाहे वो बॉन्ड पेयर का हो या फिर लोन पेयर का हो, अगर उनके कैलकुलेशन के हिसाब से तुम चाहो तो उसका बेसिक शेप और उसका नॉर्मल डायग्राम भी यू कैन ऑल्सो ड्रॉ एंड द बॉन्ड एंगल ऑल्सो कैन बी identify. Here I am giving some basic concept, but the same or the similar topic will also taught in next class, because in case of VSPR theory we can also explain about the shape of molecules also. So don't worry about that, you just follows the parameters, that is the bond angle, which will be have definite bond angle for some molecules due to their definite particular basic shape. Now comes to the third one, that is the bond enthalpy, जो कि मैं ऑलरेडी बता चुकी हूँ कि बॉन्ड एंथैल्पी और लैटिस एनर्जी, जिसके बारे में मैं बोल रही थी कि जितना अमाउंट ऑफ एनर्जी रिक्वायर्ड होगा 1 मोल ऑफ आयोनिक सॉलिड को सेपरेट करने के लिए, वही सेम चीज़ है बच्चों यहाँ पे भी. The bond enthalpy is defined as the amount of energy required to break 1 mole of bond. यहाँ पे क्योंकि मैं आयोनिक सॉलिड के बारे में नहीं बोलूँगी तो इसलिए मैं पर्टिकुलर यहाँ पे आयोनिक सॉलिड नहीं लिखी हूँ, मैं सारे बॉन्ड्स के लिए बोली हूँ, इसलिए मैं यहाँ पे टू ब्रेक 1 मोल ऑफ बॉन्ड लिखी हूँ ऑफ ए पर्टिकुलर टाइप बिटवीन 2 एटम्स इन ए गैसियस स्टेट. ओके, सो जितना अमाउंट का एनर्जी रिलीज होगा दैट इज नोन एज बॉन्ड एंथैल्पी. So very important thing that I want to show you, that in case of carbon and carbon single bond, the bond enthalpy is 348. Okay, when there will be double bond carbon and carbon, it will be now 612. तो यहाँ से पता चलता है कि जहाँ पे सिंगल बॉन्ड होगा वहाँ पे जितना अमाउंट का बॉन्ड एंथैल्पी या फिर जितना अमाउंट का एनर्जी यूज़ हो रहा है टू सेपरेट the atoms or ions from from a molecule, वहाँ पे अगर सिंगल बॉन्ड है तो जितना अमाउंट ऑफ एनर्जी लगेगा, अगर डबल बॉन्ड आ जाए तो वहाँ पे अमाउंट ऑफ एनर्जी विल बी इंक्रीजेस. ओके, सो यू हैव टू फॉलो दिस थिंग्स. So here another examples is also present, nitrogen bond, single bond nitrogen, here the amount of energy is 163, but in case of double bond this is now 104. Okay, in this way you can also show the difference of bond enthalpy. So now the fourth one is bond order. Bond order is the number of bonds between the two atoms in a molecule. एक मॉलिक्यूल के अंदर जो भी एटम्स होते हैं उनके बीच में जितने नंबर ऑफ बॉन्ड होते हैं दैट इज कॉल्ड द बॉन्ड ऑर्डर. इन केस ऑफ CO, कार्बन मोनोऑक्साइड, carbon in between the carbon and oxygen there will be two bonds, so here the bond order is 2. So in this way you can also follow the different examples that I will show you. In case of BF, boron and fluorine, boron, between the boron and fluorine the bond order is 3 because it contains 3 number of bonds. In case of N2 also it contains 3 number of bonds, so the bond order is 3. So in this case, in this way you can also follow the bond order. So thank you. In next class we will start the another bond parameters which will be left.